Hey, Suzanne. Um, got your message here. Totally understand. You gotta go through what you gotta go through there. So there's no worry in terms of getting back to me. I tend to be pretty busy myself anyway. So it's not like you offended me. I totally get it. So hopefully things are getting better for you. Um, so I'm gonna take a look at your site here. We've talked about this in the past. Clearly, you're not following the training from the standpoint of writing reviews, and that's pretty much how you're going to get traffic. So it's going to be very interesting to see how you promote this the site. E-commerce is very, very, very difficult to get into. So I'm hoping you have a game plan as to how you plan to promote this, because otherwise you'll be competing with the likes of Amazon and some of those other big sites. So hopefully you plan to invest in PPC or something or some other way of driving traffic. So there's that. Uh, Aside from that warning, I'm going to give you some feedback about the site itself. So here, there's like just a lot of dead space here. Um, Not sure why this is being used as a logo when you're selling all types of different things here. Apparently, you're selling all types of stuff here. So I don't know why you just pick lipstick as a logo here, because if I landed on this website, I would just assume it's about makeup, especially because there's pink here and the pink background. I would probably leave the site and not assume that it sells everything else. Okay, so that's my first criticism of it. And also, there's just a lot of this dead space here. You're better off maybe not putting an image here and just leaving it Susie's for less, um, or just pick a different theme that doesn't look like this, where you have a lot of dead space here, because it looks like a waste of space. Okay, so there's that. I wouldn't have the pink background and this type of image background that makes the website look very dated. And a lot of times what happens is when people learn that they can create a website, they start personalizing it based on themselves or their sex and things like that. And I don't think that's a good idea. Try to keep it nice and clean. If you go to Amazon.com, it's not, it's something that anyone can relate to. It's not personalized to just one person. It's very just generic and neutral, and it's very easy to navigate, and they make billions of dollars. So it works fine for them. So you don't need, I would probably take more of a page from them where everything's a lot cleaner. It's white. A lot of the space in the background is just white. So it's very easy to navigate. So versus this here, which I don't think is as appealing. Okay. Uh, and it just makes everything look weird when you're posting pictures there, because you have the white background and then you have this pink background here. It just looks very weird. So I try to keep this, I change the whole color scheme just so it's clear. The other thing too is your homepage. Hopefully you plan to work on this, because it's just pictures of some red shoes here. There's this big comment stuff here that just looks weird. You should probably figure out a different homepage that looks more like a traditional store. And that just means maybe picking a different theme. But I mean, if you look at Amazon's homepage, they might have like a picture of their featured items. They have these different categories. It makes sense, like what their homepage looks like. So I think you might have picked the wrong theme. You probably want more of an e-commerce theme. This looks more like a blog theme, which makes sense for a blog. But given that you're not doing a blog and you're not really following the training in terms of like doing affiliate marketing and writing articles and things like that, this is probably not the best theme for you. So that's something that I would change here. Okay. Other than that, there's not really much to say, because again, this is not really the style of websites that we create. And a lot of the training that we apply here, I don't know how it's going to work for you, because the biggest thing is really trying to write content that's going to be found, and trying to guide people to it. So I don't know if this is actually going to be found on Google, because there's, like I said, Amazon and things like that have this stuff. This is why we like to do review sites and things like that, because there's less competition for it. So that's just something I'm really concerned about for you in terms of traffic, and why I didn't initially suggest that you did this. I really wanted you to kind of follow the other things, but you could give it a try and see what happens. But that's really my feedback for now. Hopefully this all works out for you. All right. Take care.